Hey everyone, welcome to 10 Men English. I'm Emily.
And I am Lisa. It is Friday, May 1st, like the actual first day of May.
It really is. I cannot believe we made it. The morning sun feels different already.
I know what you mean. I opened a fresh notebook this morning, like a clean slate kind of mood. Even my pen feels lighter.
That is the perfect Friday energy. New month, new pages, new everything.
And new coffee. I tried the iced lavender thing. Honestly, pretty.
Pretty meaning the look or the taste?
The look. The taste was kind of just lavender soap.
Of course it was. Okay, but if you're new here, welcome.
We are so glad you're here.
Every day, we take 3 real news stories and turn them into a chat you can actually use to learn English. So if you like the show, hit subscribe and like. It really helps.
It really does. So what's on the menu today?
Today's 3 are wild. A 20-year movie reunion that hits theaters today, a dessert so long it crossed 4 football fields, and a giant bird going on a small adventure in Tennessee.
Wait, what? Okay, you have my full attention. The football fields part is honestly bending my brain.
Yeah, hold that thought. And today's keyword is epic. E-P-I-C. Epic. Got it. Big and memorable, beyond regular size. Honestly, that fits all 3 of those somehow. I love when a word just lines up with the day. Right? Let's jump in. Let's go. Okay, first story. The Devil Wears Prada 2. It hits theaters today, May 1st.
No way! Today? Like right now, as in after we record this?
Right now. And honestly, the lineup is exactly the dream cast. Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, and the rest of the original cast.
That whole crew together again after 20 years. I still cannot believe today is actually the day.
20 years! And the same director from the first film is back too? That is honestly kind of magical. How often do you get the whole cast and the same director coming back? Almost never. Usually one big name comes back and they slap 2 on the title.
Right, so this one feels like a real reunion, not just a cash-in.
Exactly. And remember last week we talked about Anne Hathaway's hair hack going viral on TikTok?
Oh my gosh, yes! The braid that gives you that lifted look. So she was promoting this whole time and we did not even know.
Pretty much. They had a screening in New York on Monday night, and the outfits were so on brand.
Tell me everything.
Anne wore a leopard print coat with a red handbag and red heels. Her co-star showed up in a bright red jacket, a black leather skirt, and pointed toe heels. Of course they did! Those characters basically dressed them. The colors are so bold. It was very much, we know what movie we are in. Oh, and one more thing. Kenneth Branagh is joining as a new character. Wait, that really serious actor? The one from those big dramatic movies? That's him. So we're getting a totally different kind of energy stepping into this fashion world story. I want to see what tone he brings. That is such an interesting choice. It tells me they're not just doing a soft repeat of the first movie. Right, they're actually trying something new. And honestly, I'll probably see this on opening weekend. Same. The original was already a classic for so many of us. A 20-year sequel with the same crew really does feel epic. Truly epic. Bookmark this one. Bookmarked. Okay, story 2. This one is just visually wild. Picture this. A tiramisu, the Italian dessert, that is 1,445 feet long. Wait, say that again? Slowly. 1,445 feet, or about 440 meters. That is over 4 football fields, end to end. 4 football fields of tiramisu? That is not a dessert. That is a road. A delicious road. a road of mascarpone. They built it in London last weekend at a place called Chelsea Old Town Hall, April 25th and 26th. I have so many questions. How many people did this take? 100 Italian chefs, and the lead chef is named Mirko Ricci. Here's the cool part. He held the previous record back in 2017. So he beat his own record? He beat his own record. The old one was 273 meters. He pushed it past 440. That's a serious jump. That is honestly such a cool thing to come back and do. Like, hi, it's me again. I'm here for round 2. Round 2 with way more eggs, 3,000 eggs, 400 kilograms of mascarpone cheese, and 50,000 ladyfingers. 50,000! I can't even picture that many cookies in one place. Right? And it gets sweeter, pun intended. They made the whole thing as a tribute to King Charles. Oh, so it had a real reason behind it, not just for fun. Not just for fun. After they finished, they cut it up and gave portions to the public in exchange for donations. They raised about 20,000 pounds for charity. 20,000 pounds! So this giant dessert actually did good in the world. That's the part I love. It's a world record, it's a love letter to a country, and it's a fundraiser. All in one. That's what makes it epic for real. Big number plus heart. And honestly, can you imagine being one of the people who walked up and got a slice? I would be in line so fast. Forget eating just one piece. I'd want to walk the full length first. The before and after pictures of you would be incredible. They really would. And then I would still eat it. Of course you would. So big takeaway, sometimes records are just numbers. This one's a number plus a feeling. A number plus a feeling. That's a perfect way to put it. Okay, story 3. And this one is just pure entertainment. We are going to Tennessee. Tennessee? What happened? An emu escaped. In Nashville. Well, technically a suburb called Mount Juliet.
Wait, an emu? Like the giant Australian bird, bigger than me?
Bigger than you. Bigger than most people. Adult emus can be almost 6 feet tall, and they can run close to 30 miles an hour.
Okay, that is terrifying. Why does someone in Nashville have one as a pet?
I was wondering the same thing. Apparently, a family keeps her in their backyard, and her name, get ready for this, is Picasso.
Picasso, the emu? Oh, I love that already. That is the most artistic name you could give a giant bird.
Right? And on Thursday morning, the latch on her gate just gave way, so Picasso decided to go for a walk. A long walk. How long are we talking? She made it about a mile from home, which for an emu is honestly a casual stroll. A few minutes of legwork.
A mile is nothing if you have those legs. So did anyone see her?
Yes, and here is the part that made the news. A woman was walking her dog through the neighborhood, and Picasso came running straight at her and knocked her right down to the street.
Oh no! Is the woman okay?
She is okay. She gave an interview to the local TV station and was clearly more shocked than actually hurt.
Imagine you're walking your dog at 8 a.m., minding your own business, and a 6-foot bird charges at you out of nowhere.
That's exactly the kind of story that only happens in real life. Then, animal control showed up.
Do they even have a plan for an escaped emu?
Apparently they do. They had a trailer they had specifically renovated for an emu. It was ready to go.
Wait, the city of Nashville keeps an emu-sized trailer on standby? That is the funniest detail.
It really is. They got Picasso into the trailer within a few hours and brought her safely back home. The owner said the latch just broke, and they take very good care of her usually.
I love that they emphasized she is well taken care of. Like, please do not cancel us, the latch just broke.
Exactly. And the case is officially still open, but Picasso is home and safe.
Honestly, that's kind of the most epic morning anyone in Mount Juliet has had in a while.
Truly. An epic chase, not from a movie, just a regular Thursday in Tennessee.
Picasso, you are an icon.
Okay, that was today. Let us look back together.
Yes, please. So much in 10 minutes.
We started with The Devil Wears Prada 2, the whole original cast back together after 20 years, and it is in theaters today, May 1st. That one I am genuinely excited about. The original was such a moment. Then we went to London, a 440-meter tiramisu made by 100 Italian chefs, dedicated to King Charles, and it raised £20,000 for charity.
A dessert with a heart. I keep thinking about that part.
And then we went to Tennessee, where Picasso the emu took a quiet morning stroll through Mount Juliet and accidentally ran into someone walking her dog.
Picasso, our hero, or our villain, depending on whose dog you are walking.
Honest answer. So today's keyword was epic, E-P-I-C. Big in size, big in feeling, hard to forget. And all three of these stories really earned that word. They really did. So here's today's question for you, our listeners. I love this part. If you could be there in person for one of these three moments, which one would you choose? Let me think about this carefully. A, The Devil Wears Prada 2 premiere. B, standing next to that 440-meter tiramisu in London. Or C, watching Picasso the emu run through Nashville at 8 a.m. Ooh, hard one. I think C, just for the story. That is so you. For me, honestly, B, I want to see that dessert in person.
Both correct answers. Tell us yours in the comments.
Yes, drop your pick in the comments. We always read them. And if you enjoyed today, hit subscribe and like. It really helps us keep going. It really does. Thank you for being here on the first day of the month with us. Have an epic Friday, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.